Hello friends, and welcome back to Enterprise Architecture. Now, last episode we made more progress in Sky Revolutions, setting up a bunch more of our create machines. You can see behind me the giant crushing wheels, and also the automated manufacturing behind that. I've relayed this out a little bit since last episode just to clean things up and give us a little bit more room. But now we are ready to keep going, and we can finish out the create quest line. So, with no further ado, let's dive right in. Now, we just had some new visitors join us. We have a wandering trader here, but we don't have any sources of emeralds, so unfortunately we cannot do business with you, sir, or your lovely, lovely llamas. So we're gonna leave you alone for now. I did set up a little bit more automation here, though. I had originally done one hopper botany pot just for our oak saplings. I added a second one and some funnels here, some hoppers, excuse me, so that these could go into our storage. I also went ahead and got some kelp from our sifting in the sand and made 2 hopper pots of kelp. So now we have all the kelp that we could ever need, hopefully. So we're gonna set some of that to cook down here in the furnace while we work on some other things. That's gonna come in really handy later. Now, over here on the other side of our setup, whoa, what are you doing? Breakdancing? That's weird. Okay, we set up more fans as well. I put down a blower for each of these so that we can do both our washing, our bulk melting, and also our, what is that, cursing, whatever they call it, with the soul fire, so that we can use these in the near future if we want as well. So that's part of our overall setup. And then that is easy enough to connect back into this system when we are ready for it. But we are not quite ready for this, so I'm not going to turn on the mechanical crafter right now. But when we are ready for it, we can just extend this belt and get going. Now, that leaves the next bit of quests for us today, which is really centered around this precision mechanism. We do need to come back and get the clicking machine, the angel block, the simple storage network, which is important, and of course the disenchanter, but for now, the precision mechanism is our top priority. Now, to build that precision mechanism, we need to set up a new set of machines here. We need more deployers for steel dust on top of a brass sheet. We need some sort of a gear, and it looks like any gear will do, which is great. We can just make some iron ones by hand if we want. And then we have to press it. So we need to make 2 deployers and a metal press, and also need to figure out how to get this all set up in a nice way that we can automate it, because you have to make several passes through that loop for this to work. So to that end, let's start by making those first couple of machines. We need to make 4 brass hands here, or excuse me, 2 brass hands, which each require 8 brass sheets. So let's go ahead and drop this into our press. There we go. Let that start going. And that's going to be for our deployers. Now for the metal press, I believe we need a block of iron. Is that right? Yeah. So there is our block of iron for the metal press. And I think we have everything else we need for that. Good. For the deployer, I think we almost have everything we're going to need. So that's going to be the main ingredients here. Let me grab this up in a second. And you know what else I'm going to do? I am going to set up an ejector here. I think, where is that? Yes, an ejector, weighted ejector. That should be easy enough. We just need a gold plate and a depot. So let's make our depot. And then let's also go make 1 gold plate here. All right, give me those up and put the gold plate instead. There we go, and now we can make our weighted ejector as well. So let's go ahead and build that. Perfect. And let's see here, then we need to make our brass hands. 1 and 2. And then we can make our deployer. 1 and 2. Now the only other thing we need to make this setup work really nicely is a brass funnel. So I think we have the polished rose quartz that we need for that. So we just need to grab 1 more iron plate. Actually, let's go ahead and make 2, because I don't think we use rose quartz for anything else. Is this used for any other recipes? I guess a rose quartz lamp, but we're not going to make any of those anytime soon. So let's go ahead and thwomp this down real quick. 1 and 2. Great. And we can use that to make our rose quartz into our electron tubes. We'll use that to make ourselves our funnel. Oh, we're missing the dried kelp. So let me grab that up, and now we should be able to make the brass funnels. There we go. Wonderful. Okay, so I think all of the pieces that we need, we now have. So I made a couple of these mechanical belts. These are of course just made with dried kelp. We just take 6 of them, and that makes us a mechanical belt. Those are really useful because it allows us to move power around, and that's what we are gonna wanna do here. So clicking on the end of a belt allows you to just extend that belt, and you can go pretty far with it. So we're gonna go about out to here, I think. And then we are going to want to turn the direction of this belt in the other direction. So it's going to go this way, and that's just so that we can reroute our power over here. And we are going to want to then set up a mechanical belt on the end of that. Let's see here. Where do we want this to go? We need at least 3 slots here, bare minimum for the machines. So we're going to go 5 to there. And now we can set up our machines using this as our power system as well. So to do that, I think what we'll do is use more belts here. First things first, let's build up those machines. So we need a 1 block gap, as I recall. So first our deployer needs to go on top here. We need to rotate that around. I think it's this and then this. Yeah, only 2 more times around, right? There we go, there's our deployer. We can put another one next to that. Like so. Again, we can rotate this around. There we go, that's 2 deployers. And then all we're missing is our metal press, which we will put on the end of that row. Like so. Great. And now all of these, we should be able to power, well, we can do it a variety of different ways, but I think I'm just going to power it with belts for now. I think that'll work fine. Right here. There, we'll connect these up with a belt. And then we are going to power this off of here, I think. I think this will work fine, right? So we can do this, and then we should be able to diagonally connect it to this belt. Like so. Okay, great, and those are all being powered now. Now you can use chain drives or a variety of other things for this, but I'm just going simple. Simple is easy. Okay, now we need to put a weighted ejector down, and we're gonna put that here. And we do wanna rotate this weighted ejector, so we actually want it to go this, what, no, we want this as our target, and then we wanna put it here. There we go. So that should then eject back to there. But ideally, we are going to pick up our precision mechanism before it gets there. So let's go ahead and put down a block here. We are going to put down a brass funnel here. And we don't have one of these done yet. So until we have one done, we aren't actually going to be able to set the item filter here. But that's fine. Let's put a bucket here, excuse me, a barrel here, and we'll put the brass funnel there. And for this, we're just going to make the filter cobblestone for now until this gets going. Okay, great. Now, each of these machines just needs to have its various ingredients. So let's set those up real fast. So let's make ourselves up some gears. And I think iron gears are going to be the simplest for us right now because we have the most of those laying around. So let's make 4. And I thought I had more iron than this, so I guess I should start cooking up some more iron while this is going as well. But at least we can make 1 precision mechanism with this that way. Let's see here. We'll put this into our furnace instead. There we go. Actually, you know what? We are not going to put it into the furnace, and you all know why. We are going to come over here and we are going to bulk blast this instead. So let's put this in here. We could do washing to turn it into nuggets, but I just want the quick and dirty recipe. Washing will give you a secondary ingredient, but it's not worth it for us at this exact precise moment. Okay. So we're going to use iron gears for that. And like I said, we've got 4 of those. So the only other thing that we are missing here is the base of this, which is a brass sheet. So let's go ahead and make ourselves up 2 brass sheets to start. And we're going to do that right here. Whoop, we were going to do that right here, but then we picked it up too soon. There we go. Let that flonk down for us. And we should go ahead and make ourselves 1 more funnel, actually. I think we want to be able to get some various ingredients out of some containers as well. So let's grab that. And you know what? Maybe I make myself 1 more oak drawer. I'd made 2, but I think I need a 3rd. So let's make ourselves a chest. and then another oak drawer. So it's time to set up our system here. So we're going to need to nerd pull up here to be able to do some engineering work. We're going to want to put a storage door here, and we are going to want to put another storage door right next to that. Perfect. We want to lock these storage doors so they only accept a single ingredient. And I'm going to put steel grit in this one, and I am going to put our gears in the other one. Just like so. Well, I hope that'll work. This might be on the opposite facing side, and that might be why that's why the filter's in the wrong place. Let me reset this up real quick. Okay, I think I finally have this sorted out. It took me a little while to reconfigure this into all of the various things that it needed to happen, but now you can see the weighted ejector is indeed launching this precision mechanism right where we want it to go until it's complete. Once it becomes complete, it gets sucked into our storage, and now we have lots and lots of precision mechanisms that we can use. So that works fine. This is ugly. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. I'm sure there is, but I haven't figured it out yet, so I'll refactor this at a future date. All right, so that is our major project done for today. But we still want to go for our secondary projects here so that we can knock off the rest of these quests and get that big gadunk when all of it is done. So first things first, we need to make an angel block. That means we need feathers, and feathers we can get with string and alchemy catalysts, but I don't know if we can even make an alchemy catalyst yet. Yeah, I think we can make an alchemy catalyst. That should be easy enough for us. So let's go ahead and make what we can here real quick. Let's see here. Alchemy catalyst, 2 blaze powder, 4 living rock, a monosteel ingot, mana powder, and an experience sheet. Okay, let's start with the monosteel ingot. That's easy enough. We can just go over here to our pool and drop 1 piece of iron in. There we go. Monosteel ingot is done. Next, we are going to need, let's see here, what is it? The mana powder. That's any powder, basically, we can throw in there. What do we have? We have a lot of extra gunpowder, so let's use that. That's from washing. That's a secondary ingredient. So let's throw that in there. Okay. Next up is going to be our experience sheet. So let's grab 1 experience nugget and throw that down here. There we go, 1 experience sheet. I don't remember ever seeing these before, but that's super cool. And then we just need our blaze powder and our living rock. So let's see, we're out of living rock. So let's grab our cobblestone and we'll make up a bunch of it while we're here. Our lovely pure daisy over here is on this little island that I've started building out, and we'll grab our 2 pieces of blaze powder as well. Now we just have to hang out and wait for the daisy to do its job. That's the first step, that's stone. And now we just wait for the second step, which is going to be our living rock. There we go. Perfect. Grab that. And I think that's everything that we need here. Perfect. There is our alchemy catalyst. All right, let's make ourselves 1 more mana pool here. There we go. And now we have 1 for each flavor that we are going to need. At least as far as I know, we have the blaze mesh over there and also this one and the original. So I think that should be all of them. Let's grab up our wand of the forest, which we have in our backpack. Tell our mana spreader, hey, no, fill that one instead. We're just going to throw that down there. And last, we just need to give it some mana. So let's take, what do you say, 8 of these pieces of coal. We'll jump up here, we'll throw these into the pile, and we are just going to go ahead and speed up our endo flames with our, what is it, what do they call this? Temporal pouch, right? It's not a bottle of time. So that should start filling up this container. Then all we need to do is grab 4 pieces of string out of our inventory. There we go. And if I have done this all correctly, this should turn these into feathers. Great, now we have 4 feathers. So an angel block is 4 feathers and 4 sticks. Grab a few more sticks out of our inventory here, and we should be able to make that. Perfect, another quest done. Okay, clicking machine. This is an interesting one because we need compact machine wall, and for that we need a polished deep slate. We get that from cobbled deep slate, and cobbled deep slate we get from, ooh, that's not right. We can't do it through endstone, right? Well, how do we get endstone? Sandstone makes endstone. Okay, or lava and glowstone? I think sandstone, honestly, is going to be the easier of those to make. So let's see about this. We need 8 of these, and 8 pieces of deep slate makes 8 of those. So that's a nice little perfect recipe. Let's grab ourselves a stack of sand, and we are going to use half of this to make sandstone. Well, let's go ahead and we'll turn all of it into sandstone. Why not? Easy enough. And then let's put this down by the pure daisy. There we go. Hang out for a second. That should all convert. There we go. Now it's become endstone, and now we just have to wait for it to become deep slate. Ah, there we go. It took a very long time for that one, but now we have cobbled deep slate. Okay, so we can now use our cobbled deep slate to make polished deep slate. So we just drop 4 of those in here. There's polished deep slate. And with that, we just need to make a deployer, I believe, to get to the auto clicker. So easy enough. I need to make 1 more andesite casing and 1 more brass hand. Let me go do that real fast. And then we surround that with our deep slate. Oh, we need compact machine walls first, then those become deep slate. Okay, got it. Or deep slate becomes compact machine walls, and then those become our click machine. Okay, so there's the click machine. That's another one done. We need a disenchanter. That needs a copper casing and sandpaper. Let's see here. Copper casing. That's easy enough. We just need a log. Put that there. We can strip that, and then we can take a piece of copper and whack it. Good. I wonder if it'll let me use my sandpaper that's mostly done, or if I need fresh sandpaper. Let's find out real quick if it'll allow that or not. It will allow it. Haha. Cheating the system is good. We like that. Disenchanter is done. Okay, wonderful. And now all that's left is all of the pieces for our storage request network, our simple storage network, I should say. So this needs a storage network root, a request table, and a link cable. So network root is going to be easy. So simple storage network. So network root. Oh, I hope it's easy. Gold, quartz, and network cables. That's stone slabs. All right, so let's make ourselves up some stone slabs. We have a few. We're going to make a few more. There we go. So let's make some network cables. All right, we'll start with 8. And then we need to make ourselves 1 gold block, right? Yeah, block of gold, easy. And now we should have, oh, I need to grab my quartz out of here. Give me that nether quartz. We are getting a full inventory again. Let's clear this out real quick of all this stuff we're not using at this exact moment. All right. Network root. Okay, that is done. And does that give us the first piece? Yes, now we need the storage request table. Easy enough, storage request table. We just need to make a storage inventory. For that we need a dropper. For that we need redstone. What a chain of items here that we are having to deal with, folks. Okay, let's grab up those nuggets. Right, quest table, storage inventory, dropper. All right. And there's that. And then we just need 4 crafting tables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then there's that. Okay, second item done. And now, what is the last missing piece of this? We need a link cable. And we can finish this out by making more of our network cables. There we go. And then for this, we just needed 1 link cable, right? Oh, and for that, we need a chest. Okay. 1 chest. And now we'll make a link cable set. Great. And there is our done. We are done with all of the quests on this list. And so our next set of quests, it looks like we're getting more into immersive engineering. So this will give us some ways to power things with create here, but also looks like other power sources we're going to get pretty quickly here. And then we can start on all of these wonderful machines to give us better use of our resources. So this looks real exciting. Oh, and you see what? This is also going to be pneumatic craft over here. So I think we're probably only going to get through half of this next episode before we can get to all of this additional pneumatic craft stuff. That's a lot to do, folks. All right, before we wrap up this episode, I want to do one last little thing here, and that's improve the various setups that we have here as far as speed goes, because we can now create an adjustable speed controller, and that is this item right here. So first things first, we need to make ourselves a brass casing. So let's grab up another log, just like this, and then we strip the bark off. Let's grab a piece of brass. There we go. Now we have a brass casing. And now we should just be able to combine that with a precision mechanism and make ourselves a rotation speed controller. The only thing that's then missing is we do need a large cogwheel for that. And actually, you know what? We have extras. So I'm not going to take and make another one right now. Let's go down into our basement here, see if we can't get this set up. First things first, we're going to pull off all of these extraneous cogwheels and bits that are lying around. All right, so let's drop our rotational speed controller in between these two blocks, where we had a nice little space left for them. We're going to put our gear on top of that, our large gear. So that's going to get our motion going. And then if we put another large gear on top of that one, we then have our speed turned into horizontal instead of vertical motion. And then a couple of more cogwheels on top of that gets things rolling in the direction that we want. Now, the question is that actually the direction that we want? So let's pop up here. And we can see that those are going backwards. So we want the opposite rotation of that. So we come back here and we should be able to click and hold this. There we go. And reverse the speed. We actually want it to go, yeah, there we go. Let's try 64 here. Oh, too much stress. How about 32? Can you handle 32? There we go. Now stuff is starting to fly. Let's take a look upstairs and see how that's doing. Oh yeah, things are going awfully quick now. This is much improved, but I think I might make myself a few more water wheels to see if we can improve that even more. Well, I had 4 more water wheels, and for right now, I can only get this up to 44 RPM with the transformation that we're doing there with the gears, but that's still pretty fast for us. I think I need to go make us a whole bunch more water wheels, and we can increase the speed even more here, but I think this is a pretty good point to be at this point. This is definitely sifting down very, very, very quickly. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is maybe just add another set of sifters really quick, just so that we can continue to increase our resource production, because that does tend to be the big bottleneck for us right now. So let's go ahead and make up some more sticks, and we need to clear out our inventory pretty seriously here. And we're going to make ourselves another brass mesh real quick. And there is one sifter, and I think if we make one more cogwheel, we can make our second sifter. So let's make a little cog here. There we go. Can I make another one now? Yes, I can. Okay, so 2 brass meshes, and then the only other thing we need to hook all of this up is our item pipes. So let's grab that, and we are going to want our pipe wrench as well. So now we just run around the back here, and I've already started laying this out a little bit for future expansion. Let's put our pipes down first, because we want to disconnect those. And then we want to add our additional pipes on top here. And again, we're gonna disconnect that. And last, this one is being fed from here, so this actually needs to go up and over, I think, when we are done. So we'll do this. We disconnect this one, and then we can put another pipe on the back of here, no problem. And now our sifters just pop right on top of those. We do need to tell it to pull items out, and we add a brass mesh to each. Oh, and it looks like we are overstressed. So that means that we did not add enough water wheels yet. So let's just decrease the speed here a little bit. Let's try going down to 40 and see if everybody is happy there. It is. Okay, great. We can live with that. And in between episodes, I'll make more water wheels. We'll get this power situation all sorted out. But now at least we're doubling our output of our ingredients here. So hopefully we'll have a lot more iron and a lot more of these other stuff that we need. Blaze powder. Oh, looks like we're almost full on bone meal already. But all the rest of these ingredients hopefully we'll deal with then very quickly. But for now, I think that's a good place to end this episode. So thanks again for watching Enterprise Architecture, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye, friends.